everybody. This is Lockett Campfire Adventures. So, I actually pulled up. I'm only a couple miles away from my location. I've been here before in the past, so I already knew where to get water. And I love this place, so I will quick show y'all before I head to my campsite as the sun is setting. So I will quick show y'all. This is really nice. So, bus is all parked. There is pit toilets. If you stop over on the side of the road, you have a place to go to the bathroom. This right here, you can fill up water here. You cannot screw a faucet on it, but it's totally free. You can fill up water here. Ice cold water. I mean, like, so you can turn it up a lot more than that, but the water is ice cold. Here's the trails to the bathroom. I'll take you up really fast. Whew. As you can tell, beautiful forest in here. Sorry if I'm talking a little bit fast or kind of out of breath. I am a little. So, make it work. They do need to do some mowing here. Normally this is the path, and normally they don't keep this up road. But it's still, they just got to get out and mow it again. But don't worry, it's not always like this. But see, here's the back door. Now this door is not really where you go through. Refreshing my memory here. It's been a little bit. It's only been about 6 years since the last time I was here. So, as you can tell, that's a little grown up, but at least you can still walk up the path straight to here. And then women's and men's, both sides. About normal for your bathroom. You know, it's not totally nasty in here, nothing like that. So the outside looks more rough than the inside. There's stairs leading back down to the parking. They have some metal art. Oops, sorry, they have some metal art right there, some horses. But, oh, sorry. I was getting water and toting those jugs, 5-gallon jugs. I can tote them, and I'm not supposed to with my health. But I had to get it filled no matter what. But you can fill up water here for totally free. Does not cost you nothing. And which is so pretty here. You know, you got all this parking and stuff like that. And parking goes all the way over there. Here's a sign for this place. See, they built this like this because this is a natural spring. I mean, the water's like ice cold. You can drink straight out of that. I have done it. The water's totally clean. You can fill it up from over there, which still comes out of the same thing. The faucet comes up from here. So it's the exact same water. But, I mean, it's like ice cold. It's so refreshing, like so refreshing, but it's so beautiful. They put some fake trout for some looks, little mushrooms over here, and so nice, beautiful little place here. I would suggest if y'all are in Idaho, great little place. I can see the spring does run uphill, way up in the woods, because this is a natural spring. It runs all the way downhill. Like, trust me, the water, you can drink it. It is totally 100% clean water. Ice cold. The most ice you can think of cold water. And it's so refreshing. Now over here, when you cross this cute little bridge, there's some picnic tables over here for picnicking up in the trees. Because if you stop, you want to get some water, you want to just have a little picnic, you can. I don't want to go too far. It's kind of getting dark. And, this is bear country. But picnic table over there, picnic table there. Nice little picnic table here. And then we got one over here. This one they have not cleaned up around. But all of these, they did, as you can tell, clean around them. So you have a nice spot. There's more up there. There's trails everywhere. But this is a really nice spot if y'all are around and y'all want to get a spot to stop and maybe have a nice little lunch, look at some beautiful scenery, bathroom break, or some nice refreshing spring water. Whew, sorry, I'm still really out of breath. And my heart's beating 99. I kind of might regret this later, and hopefully I don't have a seizure. But anyway, so I will see everybody later back at the campsite. Talk to y'all later. I gotta go. So, before it gets dark. Bye. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Bye. See y'all later. Hi everybody, this is Lockie with Campfire Adventures. So I made it to my new camp area. It's time to take y'all out. It's quite nice here. Oh, sorry. Taking me a minute here. And the sun's shining. As you can tell, very. So, got some camper over here. And stuff like that. There's some kids. There's a camper way back there. There's another way over there. And then there's like a hammock back there with the chair. And there's some camper. There's a camper there. There's a lot of campers all over there. I'll show you in a minute. But it's really, really nice here, as you can tell. Beautiful. Beautiful little flowers. You know. There they are right there. Had to get it on. I'm sorry. But beautiful little red flowers. And there's like a whole little nice field of them. They're all out there. This area, normally the grass is a little lower. But they free range cows all through here, and they're allowed to free range cows. So they, you know, they gotta let it grow, and then when they let the cows loose, then the cows eat it down. So, but it really ain't that tall, so it don't bother me. None of it's prickly, nothing like that. But it's really, really nice here. Very, very. There's the road out there. See, now this road is not, this road is just the road that comes in here. But when you go that way, it leads, going down that way, that's going down the road. It leads towards the lake. Technically, there's another exit down there, but it's like 7 miles to the lake and then another 5 miles past that to get back out to the main highway where I come in. But I came in this direction, which is shorter, which it does not go past the lake, but it goes out to the highway too. And, so, which takes you to, other parts of Idaho, and it also leads towards Montana. When you're on the highway, if you keep trucking, you'll get to Montana. But it's very pretty here, as you can tell. Which I am, okay, so Idaho, there's still bears everywhere, but where I'm at, I mean, it's major bear country. I mean, there's, for many, many years around here, in this part of Idaho, Alaskan grizzlies, it's been coming down for the past, I would say 20 years, something like that. Alaskan grizzlies has been coming down, and there's in this part of Idaho, there's a bigger population of Alaskan grizzlies around, so quite a lot. By the way, there's more camping that way. But as you can tell, it's really pretty here, the nice forest. Back there's a little creek when you kind of go through those white trees. Oh, sorry. When you kind of go through those I'm so sorry, y'all. I got tongue twisted. But back there through those trees that look a little like white bark because they're different type trees. There's a little small creek back there. I have a plant out here. It's getting some sun. The wind kind of pushed it a little bit, but it ain't going to hurt it. But it's quite pretty here. Like I said, they free-range cows. And walking still ain't the greatest, but I can walk a little better. As you can tell, yellow flowers everywhere. All that is like yellow flowers, which is very pretty. But if you look, you start to see there's a whole bunch of campers over there. And a lot of those campers is people here for the weekend with their play toys just to take it up trails, because there's a lot of trails. But I will tell you really fast. So here's the bus, all camping. I haven't fully got it set up because I just got here today. And my video that I'll put up is going to be attached to this. That is last night. Planned on, I decided to camp where I was at last night, overnight, before I came here, because it was better than coming in here at dark. But really pretty. Really pretty here. I've been here before. I already know the area. I've been here before plenty of times, and I love this place. It's so nice to camp. Right over there, if you see that little yellow sign, there's a few of them here and there. They always have them on trees. It's just about bear rules and everything like that. Pretty much, if you're here, if you have an ice chest, you're not allowed to leave it outside. Basically, if you go to sleep, you can't leave it outside. You must put it inside. If you do leave it outside, it has to be a bear-proof cooler only. If it's not a bear-proof cooler, it has to go inside of your camper vehicle when you're going to sleep if it's not a bear-proof. If it's a bear-proof, you're legally allowed to leave it outside. If it's not a bear-proof cooler, trust me, if you leave it outside and you went to town or you went inside and you slept for the night, you know, in and out in the daytime is one thing. They're not going to say nothing. But if you left it out all night and for that many hours and you weren't around or awake or nothing like that, or if it wasn't a bear-proof cooler, trust me, they will ticket you for leaving your ice chest outside, because being this is major bear country right where I'm at, because this area gets a lot of bears, and especially a lot of Alaskan grizzlies. So they will ticket you, trust me. I know this from experience. I know this exactly from experience about 6 years ago, when I found out, when it was a simple ice chest and I just went to town, and I got in trouble for a cooler being outside, which it was not a bear-proof cooler, but I didn't think much about it. I was like, oh, I'm just going to town to get ice. So when I went to town, I came back, and then a ranger pulled in behind me, and then he said, you can't leave that outside. He said, you were gone. He's away from the camp. I said, but I was just gone to go get ice, and it was only like a couple miles away. He goes, well, but when you leave the camp and the ice chest is unattended, you can't do that. You'll get in trouble. So then he said, if I want to, technically get up to $200 ticket just for an ice chest, leaving it outside. So that's why they tell you put it inside. You can leave an ice chest outside only if it's bear proof, which those are more expensive coolers. I've had them. Of course, I have a refrigerator now. I don't really need to worry about coolers. But, so around here in this area, there is, like I said, a lot of bears. They're very strict on that. The last time I was here, it's been a little over 6 years, the last time I was here. And they, the time period when I was here, they actually had, there was a couple Alaskan grizzlies that were only a mile away from camp. And so they were notifying all the campers around and tell them, just a heads up, there's 2 Alaskan grizzlies a mile away from all the people camping. They said, so we're just giving a warning. We're trying to drive them further up in the forest away from campers, but we're just warning everybody so we know. Alaskan grizzlies, if you don't know much, pretty much bear spray. It was suggested to keep it around, but bear spray will actually, when it comes to Alaskan grizzlies, only will piss them off worse. Because bear spray does not phase the Alaskan grizzlies. Right? Alaskan grizzlies are one of the biggest, meanest bears out there. You know, polar bears are very mean as it is, but when it comes to we're not talking in climates like where polar bears are at. But when it comes to Alaskan grizzlies, they're really huge and they're mean. They get pissed off pretty much if you're just around. All you can do is pretty much hope that they do not want to attack you. Because Alaskan grizzlies are pretty much ain't much stopping them. So, you know, you got brown bears and black bears, and they'll tell you sometimes like that, just look bigger, or basically play dead, all that kind of stuff. That only works on other bears. But Alaskan grizzlies, there's nothing you can do besides, unless you have a weapon on you. That's your only chance of pretty much living, is hope it does not want to attack you, and hope it does not want to, kill you at that point. Is if you got a weapon, pretty much that's your only last choice. Or if you choose to outrun, but as you can tell, they're very fast, so I would not suggest it. I would pretty much hope for the best. And looking big to them does not faze the Alaskan grizzly, because it's just the breed they are, a bear, that's the way they are. Bear spray will only piss them off. Bear spray only works on stuff like brown bears and black bears. You're most likely to chase them away. A Alaskan grizzly, you would actually piss them off worse. That would just make them want to charge you even quicker. Alaskan grizzlies, usually just by being in their presence, they think you're a threat, so most likely they're just going to try to charge you. So I would suggest still keeping bear spray on you, because you don't know, you might run into a black bear or brown bear. But if you run into Alaskan grizzly, do not spray bear spray. I would at least still try to keep your weapon on you. If you're going to go further in the woods, I would suggest it. So, you know, it's just a heads up. But there is plenty of Alaskan grizzlies around, a lot. And, you know, so it's just some dangers to watch out. That's normal. You're in the wild. But altogether, this is still, I've always loved this camping area in here. I've always loved this beautiful camping spot. It's one of my favorite spots to be. I've always loved this, and it's just me. So, just one of my favorite spots, but I just want to give everybody a heads up, let everybody see the favorite camping area. Just let everybody know this is also 14-day stay. So, you know, for anybody, there might be some people that might recognize, if you ever been here to this part of Idaho, you might recognize it. So, you might actually recognize this spot. But I do have a plant right here. Now, sorry, it was more perked up. The wind kind of pushed it over a little bit, but it's not hurt. But it's actually basil, because I love growing herbs. So, I love fresh herbs. That's me. But I have a basil plant. The wind just kind of pushed it a little bit, but it perks back up and goes. It's just the wind's doing it. But altogether, I want to share everybody my new camping area. And then I'll attach the other video with this. So I will catch everybody later. And I hope that y'all like it. And then y'all see me again next time. Bye. Please like, subscribe, and comment.